Of course, there are certain students that come to mind that really have grown over the time that I saw them from a freshman to the time they graduated. But the thing I'm probably most proud of is the creation of the Students in Action class at Lexington High School. We have made it into a multi-tiered honors level class that has really, I feel like, shaped the lives of kids and changed the trajectory of their lives and makes an impact not only on the kids themselves, but our school and our community.
Jessica Barnett believes educators create magic. Her guiding mission, Success Through Service, shows how service can transform students' trajectories. She helps students discover purpose, confidence, and belonging beyond grades or test scores. By giving students opportunities to serve, reflect, and lead, Jessica shows them how learning makes an impact. In her classroom universe, service becomes the launchpad for growth, proving that when students are given a chance to make a difference, they often find the very best version of themselves.
Creating an environment for students where they feel valued, safe, and ready to learn begins with creating relationships. The academics will come, and they do. However, we have to build an environment where they trust me, they trust each other, and they respect the environment they're in. And from that point, we can build all the academic pieces, but it's so important to make students feel like they're valued and that they're safe in their learning environment. And it's okay to make mistakes, and we learn and grow from those mistakes.
Amy Cooper believes education is one of the most powerful investments we can make, one that shapes not only minds, but futures. She sees teaching as a calling that places educators in many roles at once: guides, mentors, advocates, and fellow learners on the journey. In her classroom universe, connection is the launch point. By listening deeply, meeting students where they are, and honoring their strengths, she creates a safe orbit where every learner belongs and has a voice.
This past summer, I ran into one of my students when I first started teaching 15 years ago, and we were in Florida, and I saw him, and I'm like, is that him? It's him. And so I said his name. He said, Miss Sosa. Oh, it's so good to see you. And so we had a chat. And after that moment, he sent me a Facebook message back saying how much our time together meant to him in chorus and how much he really enjoyed our class time and wished he had more time to go back. And he is also a teacher now.
Jessica Thrift believes the educators are mission control for student success. She champions the power of supporting one another, especially early career teachers and specialists who often navigate their work in isolation. By building strong partnerships between classroom teachers and related arts educators, Jessica knows students benefit from a richer, more balanced learning universe. Inspired daily by her students' creativity and resilience, she leads with passion, purpose, and care.
I have a welcoming environment. I promote student empathy. I promote their voice by allowing them to share their struggles, share their celebrations, share their strengths and weaknesses, and also recognizing that it's okay to have some weaknesses. And those are opportunities for growth.
Guided by the belief that strong relationships are the force that powers lifelong learning, Susan Myrick helps students find their voice and take ownership of their journey. She creates a safe orbit where accountability, self-advocacy, and student voice allow learners to take risks, grow, and lead their own learning. Susan reminds students that knowing their strengths is fuel for progress, and reminds the community that supporting teachers is how we launch the leaders of tomorrow.
In my my classroom, to me, is very important to make them feel heard. And that's why I always encourage to have that active listening, not only in the academic part, but also personally. I'm always very aware, trying to listen to what they like to do or what they're doing, what activities they like to do after school, so we can in that way build strong relationships and then have that, make them feel that in my classroom they are able to express themselves.
Working together as a united crew with patience, passion, and purpose is the mission Adriana Garcia lives for. She knows that each of us holds the power to help chart the course for global citizens of tomorrow. For Adriana, patience, passion, and purpose aren't just guiding stars. They're the fuel that drives her work every day. They light the path during the most challenging parts of the journey and remind us why we chose the mission of education and why it still matters, now more than ever.
Even though each child is different, and some of them come in very worried, that they're not an artist, but I explain to them the expectations is to follow what you know and to work hard. If you're meeting those requirements and meeting your goals each day, you're going to be very successful. And we all have a different style of art. No one's the same, just like our fingerprint, and it's okay to be different.
Adele Janssens believes the most powerful force in any learning universe is kindness. By showing students that they are seen, valued, and cared for, she helps create a community where creativity and growth can truly flourish. Teaching, she knows, is a demanding mission, one that asks educators to wear many hats and guide many personalities. But Adele leads with compassion every step of the journey. She believes that when we show students we care, they shine bright like stars.
So in preschool, we work really hard to create language-rich environments where our students feel safe and able to make mistakes and try hard things. And a lot of times in preschool, with our youngest learners in the district, that's done through play. We're able to teach sharing, we're able to teach self-advocacy, we teach turn-taking, and I have the unique opportunity to help students create that communication foundation that's going to go with them for the rest of their lives.
As a preschool speech and language pathologist, Lindsay Resnick believes every victory, no matter how small, is a successful launch. She helps our youngest learners find their voice, adjust their trajectory, and discover what's possible. Lindsay meets every child where they are, filling gaps, recalibrating course, and celebrating every breakthrough along the way. In her classroom universe, progress isn't about speed, it's about persistence, growth, and the moment each child is ready to shine.